What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my playthrough of God of War, and I feel like this may be our last episode, you know, picking right back up where we left off last time, where we managed to flip the temple, travel to the realm between realms, and now we're back in Midgard, having just spoken to Brock and Sindri, and I'm going to go speak to the World Serpent about, well, going inside him. Yeah, so I think this may be the last video, we shall see, but as Doctor Strange once said, we're in the end game now, so without much further ado, let's just dive straight back in and see what happens. Right, let's go see my favoritist big boy in this game.
Once more to the horn.
Let's do it. Seagull. No, I won't throw my axe at Seagull. I mean, I have no doubt that it'll straight up carve them in two, but no. You know what, I was actually a little bit, not trepidatious about playing this again. I was a bit more, like, reserved to play this because I know this is probably going to be the last episode.
Steady.
I know this is going to probably be the last episode, and it's like I kind of don't want it to come to an end. And that sounds silly because it's a game, but it's kind of like when you finish a TV show, and you're like, "What do I do now?" So, yeah. Anywho, let's do it. There he is.
This is that you lost to us.
He thinks it might still be in his stomach. And he's open to letting you roll into his mouth to look inside.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Really?
By the by, he's not wild about it either.
You can just hold in position for us. Okay.
So, are we really doing this? Letting the serpent swallow us?
You do not have to come.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this.
Let's do it. This is going to be fun. Maybe, hopefully. Although I am kind of getting Pinocchio vibes. Specifically that Pinocchio movie that I watched as a child. Which I cannot remember.
Sure this is a good idea?
No.
I can't remember who made it. I just remember
Well, brothers, I've been to many strange places, but this will be a new one.
it being quite a dark
Yeah.
movie.
I've never been in the giant's belly either. How about you, Father?
Never one who was not trying to eat me.
You really should expect that sort of response at this point.
Oh, the noise! It's everywhere.
Here we go.
I mean, I don't know if you're watching this with headphones or not, but I would definitely recommend headphones. Okay. Belly of the beast. I mean, I can't actually
I
see
used to
that
dream
well.
about getting eaten.
Dreams are nothing.
I'm not afraid. It just reminded me of a way I used to feel when I was a child.
I
Let's
mean,
find that statue.
you're still kind of a child. I wonder if there's anyone who can give me directions.
Ah, smells not as bad as I thought it'd be. Bit like heather ale fermenting. Rather pleasant, actually.
Ooh.
They're so weird. What's that down there?
Oh.
The water kind of burns in here.
Why put your hand in it then?
Isn't it?
Aye.
You want a beach here?
The hammer.
Hammer? Oh, is that that? Oh, good thing there's a nice dock inside the stomach of this giant serpent. Okay, right.
Father, over there.
Is it? How do I... Who built this? Okay. Well, I can happily now tick off on my list being inside the belly of a snake. Or serpent, I don't want to judge.
Mimir, any idea where Odin hid your eye?
No, it's not like I can still see through it.
That would be handy. Oh, it's so creepy. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it reminds me of that Pinocchio movie. I honestly cannot for the life of me remember who made it, but it was a very dark movie. And I'm not talking the animated one. There was like this... I think it was Dawn French was in it, maybe? Very Italian feel. Ooh.
Yep, that's an eye.
Maybe you should stick that in my head for safekeeping. Gently now, gently. Thank you, brother. You don't miss depth until it's gone.
Return to tears, travel. Ooh, there's a thing. Atreus, quick. We've got a thing that we need. Oh. Symbol of courage. Gonna need that. Is there anything more to explore? Don't think so. Right, let's keep it moving. Oh. There's a health potion inside. That does make me wonder if there is anything unsavory in here. Right, back to the boat before it disintegrates.
How's it feel, Mimir?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm feeling whole again, but it's a right improvement.
The Bifrost is intact.
It'll serve.
Then we have all we need.
Finally, we're going to Yodna. There's no stopping us now.
Laddie, have you ever heard the term tempting fate?
That's a pirate ship in here. Maybe it's Pirates of the Pancreas. For all you Rick and Morty fans out there.
There's something down there.
Yeah, and you burnt your hand last time. But it's kind of like when your server brings out the hot plate. They're like, careful, the plate's hot. And you're like, yeah, you say it's hot, but I need to know how hot. And that's how I lost all my fingerprints.
So how do we get back out?
We signal.
Hold on, what's going on?
Acid reflux,
Well,
probably.
that was mildly terrifying. Maybe our presence is upsetting Jormungandr's belly.
No. Something is wrong.
He has an entire dock in his stomach, and we are just casually swimming on. Okay.
What's happening to it?
Nothing good.
I love it's making me jump. It's making me jump, and I
Is it
know
getting
it's
hit?
coming.
What is that?
We must hurry.
Couldn't agree more, brother.
Yeah. Oh.
Hold tight and watch your balance.
The board shifting! I'm gonna...
Oh, we're free. Oh! We are not. That's not good. Oh, that was a really hard landing.
Boy?
Jormungandr. Oh, and Atreus.
I'm good.
Mimir.
I think I'm getting kind of used to this.
Probably shouldn't get used to these sorts of
What
things.
happened to him? Something we did?
No. Something else. A dead giant. Why would the serpent leave us here?
Look!
Oh, hey.
Freya. We can still trust her, right?
Until we know for certain, keep a distance.
The world's serpent. What's happened here?
We hoped you would know.
You are far from home.
I'm looking for my son. The two of you. You helped me see things more clearly.
You do not know where he is then?
No. But the woods and fields speak his name. I know he walks here in Midgard.
When did you see him last?
Long ago. Before you were even born. Why are you standing so far from me? What's wrong? Something's happened.
There!
Oh, but that's
I had
cold.
a feeling that hurting the big snake would bring the two of you out in the open. Do you have any idea at all, what you have cost me?
My boy.
Mother.
I'm here. Don't run away.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere, Mother.
I know that you're still angry. I know that how you feel hasn't changed, but I want you...
How I feel? How I feel? I've spent the last 100 years dreaming of this moment. I rehearsed everything I ever wanted to say to you, every word, to make you understand exactly what you stole from me. But now, I realize I don't need you to understand anything. I don't need you at all.
No, back off, Kratos. This has nothing to do...
This path you walk. Vengeance. You will find no peace. I know.
You... I'll deal with you later. But family first. This again?
Here we go. Let's go, baby. Come on. You might not be able to feel it, but I'm definitely going to enjoy it nonetheless. Come on, Boulder. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, Atreus, get involved. Come on. He's starting to look like a pincushion already. Oh, in the eyes. Nice shot, Atreus. Oh, yeah, that's me. That's... Oh! Oh! Ref. Come on, that's definitely an illegal move.
You might want to turn away, boy. This won't be pretty.
I won't let you hurt him.
No, boy.
Fine.
Stop!
Oh, you motherfucker!
You're bleeding. Breathe, boy. Breathe.
Oh, God.
Not my blood.
What is this? I can feel this.
Mistletoe.
Feel everything.
He's vulnerable now?
If he bleeds, we can kill him. Oh.
You will not do this!
What's going on? Is Freya trying to kill us?
No. Do you hear the wind? We are moving.
That arrow. Father punched the mistletoe?
In the quiver strap, yes. Mistletoe harmed him.
Freya said it was wicked.
He's more than harmed. The spell is broken.
He can be killed.
I'm certain of it. It's all coming back now.
Now he remembers.
Oh. Hey, this isn't my stop.
She's controlling that thing?
Hey,
Stay out of it!
big fella.
I can reason with him!
No, woman! You cannot! He means to kill you!
You can't stop me! No one can!
Where is he?
I don't
Yeah.
care if he kills me. I will protect him. I will not let him die.
Don't touch it. This will all be over soon.
There!
Oh. Yeah, come on then. Let's. No. Yeah. You love it so much, then here's some more with a side order of. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Come on, Atreus. Give me some support here. Actually, you know what? Let's go. Nope. He's over there. He's over there. He's over there. I'm trying, but you're moving too fast. And I don't think I'm doing any damage anymore. Oh!
I feel
Oh.
freezing.
Alright. You want to feel cold? Here's some more cold. Oh, that one hurt. Your boy is a dick. Oh, get off.
Can hold me.
You know what? Maybe ice isn't the right move. Oh, come on.
Weak mother. I'm coming for you.
I want. There we go. Oh, that definitely hurt. Oh, yeah. Where's he gone? There he is. There he is. Okay. You know what, Boulder? Ooh, that worked. Come on, that's it. There is so much going on right now, but... Ow, what a... Here we go, go for him. Nope. Ow. That's my bad. Here you go. Ooh. He is so fast. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Look, you can feel now. You got what you wanted. We got what we wanted. Everybody needs to just sit and chill. Oh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Now. Good lad. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been worse.
Atreus!
I'm up here. I'm okay.
That's convenient.
I'm doing wonderful. I've never felt so alive.
Stop this! Reba!
Really? Again, Freya? I don't think you're getting the point here. I think maybe this might help cool you off. I'm running out of puns. Quick, everybody, chill. Oh, get off me. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Oh, he's there. Yeah. Stop getting involved, Freya. Come on, this is between me and him. Yeah. Should have seen that one coming. Yeah. Where you at? Where you at? Yeah. My bad. Come on. Nice. Oh! Yeah, that's... I bet that tickles. Whoa. Wait a minute, that's made of the same substance, isn't it? Atreus, can you shoot it? Is that going to explode? No, apparently we're going after him. Come on. Must climb faster. Must climb faster. Come on, lad. Oh, I have you.
Stay away from my son!
Well,
You don't have to do this!
lady, he started it.
There!
Stop him!
Nice. Here we go. Ooh. Oh.
Please! There has been enough pain!
Oh. There we go. Shoot him. Shoot him. Here we go. More. Oh, that's not friendly. Whoa, 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 Atreus. Oh. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, that's my boy. Oh. Oh! Oh. Come on, come on. Go to sleep.
Before you die, I want to thank you. Both of you. You've done what even the All-Father himself could not. I've never felt more alive.
Oh, you got a weird way of showing your thanks.
Ironic, isn't it?
Here we go. Yep. That's what we call the old father-son duo. Yeah, come on. Where you going? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Come here. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. I'll give you that. Not as good as what I'm going to do to you. Ow. I feel like they're heat seekers. Come on. Oh, God, it's just so intense right now. Yeah, come on. Nearly. And again. Okay, well, I'm going to try anyway, so if you just give up, maybe we can come up with a diplomatic solution. Nope. Alright then, let's go. Oh. Come on! That's right. Die, come on, please. Oh no.
I have an idea.
What the?
Well done, boy.
Yeah! That's my big boy.
Stop. Please.
He's beaten, Father. Not a threat.
You will not come to us again. You will not touch her.
I don't need your protection.
Help yourself. Can you, Mother? No matter what I do or say, you won't stop interfering in my life.
I was just trying to protect you. I've made mistakes. I know. But you're free now. You have what you want. Try to find forgiveness. We can build something new.
No. We can't. Because I will never forgive. You still need to pay for the lifetime that you stole from me.
I have paid. I have paid. But if that alone will make you whole, you've seen me dead. We'll make things right. I won't stop you.
I know.
What? No, Father!
I love you.
Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
The Cygolians here must be better than this.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Freya. He chose this.
I will rain down every agony, every violation imaginable upon you. I will parade your cold body from every corner of every realm and feed your soul to the vilest filth in hell. That is my promise.
He saved your life.
He robbed me of everything. Everything. You were just an animal. Passing on your cruelty and rage, you will never change.
And you do not know me.
I know enough. Does he?
Boy. Listen close. I'm from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with the god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving. And many who were not. I killed my father.
That was your father in hell. Is this what it is to be a god? Is this how it always ends? Sons killing their mothers? Their fathers?
No. We will be the gods we choose to be. Not those who have been. Who I was is not who you be. We must be better.
Well, guess we're the bad guys now.
In her eyes, yes. But she could never make that choice. We should finish this journey while I still have strength.
I don't understand. I know saving her was the right thing. But she seemed all evil at the end.
Not evil. You killed her son, lad. Her son. The death of a child is not something a parent gets over easily.
But he was gonna kill her.
She would have died to see him live. Only a parent can understand.
So you'd let me kill you?
If it meant you would live. Yes.
Look, There was no easy choice. For anybody, brother. But I think we can all agree you did the right thing. The world's a better place with Freya in it. Just give her time, lads. She'll come around.
Back to Tyr's temple, then. One last time.
Aye. Jotunheim awaits.
Why did Baldur say we cost him?
Odin must have convinced him that following you to Jotunheim would bring us cure. Lies, I'm sure.
Why did mistletoe break the spell?
Vanir magic is powerful, but its rules are slippery and elusive. I'm sure it makes sense if you're a witch. Oh, but it's also bloody tragic. Baldur was the greatest gift Odin granted Freya. The one thing she treasured from their marriage. She only hoped to spare him pain and spare herself loss. But such impulses can lead good parents to make terribly stupid decisions.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt this beautiful story by just crashing into crates, but gotta be done. That was insanely good.
How'd you come to be in these lands?
Lad, there comes a time in every man's life when he changes his name and heads north to make a new start. If you live long enough to do this many times over, you might end up as far north as this place. By the time I arrived, I already knew Odin by his reputation, and so I set to demonstrate my worth by coming to him with something I knew he'd value. A mystic well of knowledge. Or rather, I should say, a well of water laced with enough mystic mushrooms to make a god see visions. Oh, he was rightly impressed. Can't say for sure what he saw that led him to try gouging out his own eyes, but I managed to restrain him before he finished the job. Then I persuaded him it has been his sacrifice made for an even higher form of sight to be bestowed. Blah, 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 blah. I used to think he never caught on. But the day he took my eye, I realized he had never been fooled. He knew I'd outwitted him, called the lesson wisdom, and hired me to make sure from then on I was on his side. And for a long, long time I truly was. Doesn't mean he didn't hold a grudge.
Anywho, so that was just an insanely good final boss fight, and we have definitely now created an enemy in Freya, and you get why. I mean, listening to the story we've had so far, she foresaw a day where her son would die, so to spare her son from this horrible fate and the loss that she would suffer, she bewitched it to the point where he could never feel pain, so he would never die and she would never feel loss. And through circumstance and fate, she forged the path that we ended up going on. All things led to that moment, and she fulfilled that prophecy.
Well, if things work according to plan.
And she's angry. She's angry at
Go ahead
herself.
and lock in Jotunheim and we'll be on our way.
Angry at herself. Feels guilt. And now that guilt and anger at herself has just turned into bitter rage towards us because we took away the one thing that she loved above all else. So I'm very intrigued. I know we just went the long way around. I'm very intrigued to see how that story thread picks up, where that goes, because
Boy,
a grieving woman, a grieving mother's rage.
Oh,
Ooh.
right. Got him. Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Oh, hadn't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
That's unpleasant!
now, boy. We must be close.
Well, what are we waiting for? Think it's far?
We will see.
A word, please, before we continue. Listen, the last thing you two need up there's a decomposing heat ruin in the moment. Why don't I wait for you here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to fight...
My lady sips soft, perfect sloshers. You done did it.
Sorry. We had to see this.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Fine, damn it. Fine.
Watch their head till we return.
I can do this. No, I can't. Oh.
Okay.
Ready. Come.
We've come a long way, and we're very, very close to the end now. And what a journey this has been. I know I've said it before, but this has been one of my favorite games to play. And replaying it again and again just reinforces that. Oh, I'm supposed to be moving. This is my bad.
Look! We're on the giant's fingers. I can see the highest peak ahead. Right over there.
Well, boy.
We did it.
We did.
What are you doing?
I have nothing more to hide.
Can we go now? We're so close.
Boy,
Of course we can.
carry her.
Oh man, this game's gonna get me. I'm not gonna cry. Whew. Wow, is this the...
Boy.
It's nothing. I just thought I'd hear voices by now.
That's strange. Wow.
Hello? Anybody here?
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them.
Why carve all these faces?
What if this is all the giants that got out of Midgard alive? Not really many at all.
Wow, so it's almost like it was a refugee situation.
Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody.
Is this the names of the fallen? Midgard was a dream of what could be if we shared and collaborated. Jotnar, Aesir, Vanir, Elf, Dwarf, and mortals most of all. It was beautiful, but not everyone is capable of sharing. Some believe anything uncontrolled is savage and threatening, and so we were mocked and tricked and used and then slaughtered. Odin and his tribe were barred from our realm, but it was not enough. The wrath of Thor and his terrible hammer have thinned our number in Midgard to the brink of ruin. There is no option but to withdraw, while yet any live to do so. Odin and Thor would have killed all the giants if they could, and they got away with everything. It's heavy.
Where are they now?
The giants came back home so they could survive. But I'm not sure they did.
It's a tomb.
Huh. Who's the guardian?
We foresee Midgard's fate, overrun a second hell. Neither Odin nor his dead may reach Jotunheim. The ways must be shut. The serpent and the guardian remained. They alone shall keep our hope. When doom befalls the destruction, only then shall the guardian return. Until then, we await a better world, one without fear, without greed, without war. We wait for deliverance and justice. We wait for a champion. We will wait for word that gods grow good. Hope that world gets here soon.
I should feel them, but I don't. This place is dead. What happened to them? Why'd Mom send us here?
One question is answered, and two more take its place.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Is there anything else over here? Ooh.
Wait! Father! Something's happening!
That's the axe.
It's your axe. It's smaller. Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants? That's us. The first time we met the world serpent. But how? And our fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings. This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
You didn't know. She was a giant. I'm a giant. Why didn't she tell us?
She sent us here, knowing we would find this.
But why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons. Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing She was only ashes.
If she had a plan for us, I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet. Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Look, it's Mother's. She was here. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us. Watching over us. Leading us home. Let's finish it.
You can hear his echo on the wind. Okay, how do we... Yep. This game is just phenomenal. Oh, I love this game so much. It's beautiful. It's poignant. It's epic. There you go. Jeez. Just look at it. Whoa, what the? They're all dead.
Father.
No. We do it together. Son.
He called him son.
Goodbye, Faye.
I love you, Mom. The giants. They really are all gone. There's nothing for us here.
Come.
So, I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And part mortal.
Right. I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The giants called me... Loki?
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
But why?
A question for another day. Let us go home.
makes sense now. Why she want to end up here? Be with her kind? But did she know it was going to be like this here? Is this what she wanted us to see? Did she want us to tell the people? Or keep it a secret?
I do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh.
And that's it. That's the, I say the end. Huge fan of when video games can make credit sequences very interactive. I think the natural inclination with a lot of credit scenes is to just skip and bypass the names of those who've spent, you know, months, years in some cases, you know, dedicating time to building a game, designing it. You know, this is time away from family, friends, and, you know, I'm not in the industry, but, you know, you listen to things and you hear things online, and you know people are working long hours.
No, he was a soldier, a Spartan.
A great warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. Goodness. When the day came for him to lay down his life in battle, his sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story. Amir missed it.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of when video games can make the credit sequences interactive like this. And this game, huge praise to it. You know, it always feels like one continuous shot. You know, from the in-game cinematics to back on the stick, like it all is seamless in its transition. You know, there's no cutscenes, as in cutting to a new scene. This could easily have been a blank screen with names scrolling down at the end of it, where, you know, most people don't read it, and I'm not gonna say that I always sit and read them. I don't always, but it is nice to kind of appreciate it, and this gives you an opportunity to appreciate it whilst also still playing the game. So, yeah, it's a nice touch. I like it, and I love this game, and man, am I excited for Ragnarok. Just speed up a little bit. There we go. Back down the steps we go. Oh! That looked like that was over the edge. Oh, I keep waiting for it to cut to something, and it's actually me needing to move myself on the control pad, so that's my bad. Back down the steps we go.
I understand if you want to go home, but I bet there are still some corrupted Valkyries out there that could be set free.
Some, they're all still out there.
Maybe helping people was part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
See how that unfolds. Anyone who's a huge fan of Norse mythology will be very excited when they heard that name. Oh, me just
Lads, am I glad to see
on
you.
the floor.
I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
We missed you too, Mimir. Explore with Atreus. Continue exploring. Complete Dwarven Favors. Free Dragons. Travel to Muspelheim and Niflheim. Find new items in the shop to get powerful equipment that will allow you to defeat all legendary corrupted Valkyries. Valkyries revealed. Really drilling that bad boy home, eh? Although I do love the post-game stuff, so we got one there, one there, one there, one there. Is that it for this realm? Probably. Anywho, back to it. Need to go back home. Yes, arguably there is more to do with this game, especially the Valkyries. And
before we return to Midgard, I should warn you, more time has passed than you likely realise. The snowfall that began when you slew Balder has become something else. The stuff of omens.
Omens, the becoming of winter.
Not just any winter, a great winter to span 3 summers.
Thimble winter.
Done, Ragnarok begins.
Ragnarok. From snow.
Aye, snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
Rarely does. But yeah, as I was saying, Valkyries, again, it is something we can do in another video. If people are interested in watching it, you know, it might be something to consider. But yeah.
I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrote. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow, and you know it. It's the end time.
How dare you make me the voice of reason?
Guys?
Just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrote.
Yeah. We heard.
So, if you're heading home, try to keep moving. And also, to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
Sage advice, to be
What'll
fair.
it be?
Can we actually upgrade it? Ooh. Rampage of the Furies. Pretty cool. Damn, that is pretty cool. What else we got? Hardened Svartalheim Steel. Yeah, that. I think we're good.
Later, then.
Right. Shall we go? Oh. It is a bit snowy out here. Where's our boy? Is he around? No? Okay. In that case then. Oh, yeah, no. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Goals. Right. Return to Tyr's Temple. Tyr's Temple. Oh, we've completed them. Cool. Well, I think we just go home for now. Which I can't remember how we get home, so let's just double check that map. Okay, so that is which no, hang on, that is that home? That's home there. Which I think you can only get to That's a good question. I don't know how we get there. Let's just try the the what's it called? The fast travel thingamabobbities. Hi guys, sorry, we took a wrong turn. I don't know that I can get back any other way, so I think these lads need to lie down after the journey they've had. That's actually at home, isn't it?
Oh man, the tower ate the Unity Stone, didn't it? I wanted to fly again.
Yes, that's a terrible pity.
Okay, tell me again how Odin knew we were going to Jotunheim before we did.
Odin is extremely clever, you see. Nearly as clever as he thinks he is. And he's a collector of prophecies. If it's about the future, he adds it to his collection. Helps him style himself as all-seeing and all-knowing. But of course, the idea is control. Control of the future, control of his fate. He'd control every realm of every land in every world if he could. Every potential pocket of resistance, he seeks to eliminate. Even if you've never posed a threat before, he may think one day you might. So you see, it's not important how he knew before you did. It's important that he was right.
Good point. Mimir's Tales updated.
We're finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your Tadger.
Yeah, it's definitely going to need some TLC. But it is home.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
You and me both, boy. You and me both. I mean, who gets to sleep directly under the snow?
Okay, this'll do.
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
The ball.
Yes! That, my boys, is Thor, God of Thunder. Oh, God, I love this game. That has got me so unbelievably hyped now for God of War Ragnarok. I'm still coming down, to be fair, but I am... It's a bittersweet feeling having now finished the game. Like, again, I know I can play it again at any point, but, you know, playing again through on the build-up, it's been a hell of a journey. It's got me incredibly pumped to pick up the loose story threads, you know. We pick up years later from that. What's happened in those years, the relationship between Atreus and Kratos, that's been, you know, tumultuous throughout this game, but we've ended on a pretty good note. You know, we started this game with them both being completely opposing ends to each other, you know. Kratos was distant to his son and cold, and Atreus barely knew his father, and on this entire journey that we've had, they've got to know each other better, they've shared secrets, they've fallen out, but where does that pick up years later? Where do we pick up in Ragnarok? I'm very excited to find that out. And then, you know, the loose threads we've got. Baldur's dead. What does that now do to the pantheon of Norse gods. We've killed Magni, we've killed Modi, and Balder, all akin to Thor and Odin. What's that gonna do? I mean, why wait years later to attack? Again, very interested to see how that plays out. You know, we know that Thor and the World Serpent have history, or will have history. Is that going to play out in the next game? I so hope it does. And Freya, you know, a woman who is tormented by the guilt of the decision she made, but also feeling like she made the right decision to save her son. She gave everything. She gave up a relationship with her son so that her son would be safe. And then to realize that the demise that you foresaw, you created that. You set us on the path to that. And for Kratos and Atreus to be the ones to take her son and now leave her with nothing but rage, all of those pent up feelings that she has, just gonna come full force. And again, why wait 3 years? I think it's 3 years, yeah. But why wait years? What's happened in those, you know, those years? I'm very excited to see what happens. So, I mean, again, do we get to go to the other realms? I mean, in this game you got to go to, obviously we're in Midgard. You got to go to Alfheim. We went to Helheim. You can go to Muspelheim, Niflheim. Go to Jotunheim. So what does that leave? That leaves us Svartalheim, Vanaheim, and Asgard. Do we get to go to those in the next? I hope so. Again, I saw the original trailer, I think when it first came out, like six months ago, maybe a year ago. I don't know what it is, but and I know not too long ago they released the official story trailer, and I did resist the temptation to watch it because I'm already sold on this game. I'm gonna play this game when it comes out. I want it to be a surprise. I want the surprises to be epic and impactful, and no doubt there's going to be stuff in that I don't know. I just want to go in fresh, you know. I appreciate some people have probably seen the trailer and they may be excited, and comment down below if you are excited, if you have seen the trailer. I mean, you don't need to spoil anything, say, oh, this is in the game or anything, but you know, I'm excited to see where we go next. I'm mildly worried because, as we saw from that painting in Jotunheim, it very clearly looks like Kratos is dead or dying, being cradled in Atreus' hands. And how's that going to play out? Because, I mean, for me, and, you know, please indulge me while I kind of go my little theory here. Again, I might be right, I might be wrong, it's purely speculative, I don't know anything that's coming up, but I do foresee this next game being the transition out of Kratos, the end of Kratos' story, and really the propelling point for Atreus' story going forward. Because if this franchise does continue post Ragnarok, I can see them taking us to, you know, Egyptian mythology, Aztec mythology, you know, other mythologies, other well-known or even lesser-known mythologies. And you have a option then to have Atreus be your main character, full front. You know, you could have him as a older man who's lost his father, but he's learnt the lessons. You know, I can see that being a route that the franchise could take. I mean, there's no guarantee that Kratos isn't still alive by the end, but I mean, I don't have a very strong feeling that Kratos makes it out. But I would be happy with that. I'd be happy with an older Atreus, or Loki, as we now know, you know, taking on the lessons his father imparted to him, taking on maybe the weapons, and going to a far distant land. You know, even Mimir in there said, you know, he gives reference to sometimes you have to pack up, go north, and change your name. Kratos did that. I mean, he didn't change the name, but he left to a new land, started up a new life. Could we see the same for Atreus? You know, that would be really exciting, and it would also change up the franchise in a new way, because Kratos' story, and again, I could be wrong, but where else do you take Kratos at this point? We've gone from the vengeance, revenge-driven, wronged man who becomes more than man, becomes a god and slays all the gods, and then we have, you know, this interesting story of a man with a deep, dark past, hiding it from his son, and he can't. It comes back up. You can't run from the past anymore. You have to face it, and by the end of this game, he has. You know, the symbolism of taking off the bandages. You know, no longer hiding the scars of the past. He's nothing more to hide, as he says. You know, that's a really good story we've gone on with Kratos. So I'm interested to see where they go with him in Ragnarok, but what else is there for Kratos? And I know some people may be like, oh, you know, it's not God of War if Kratos is gone. Is it? I think you could argue that with good story writing, good characters, and we've definitely got those, you can see it move on, you can see it progress. So I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like I said, I'm not going to go into Ragnarok with any preconceived notions or any expectations I have. I'm going to leave them at the door when I play the game. I'm not going to be angry if they make a decision that I wouldn't have. You know, if it's different, it's different. I will judge it based on whether I like it, but I won't compare it against what I have in my head. Because at the minute, I'm just trying to go in with a blank expectations, you know. See what I mean? I just kind of... I want to go in and experience the story that the storytellers have crafted for me and all the other players. I don't want to go in and go, it has to be this, it has to be that. So, again, I'm excited. And again, you know, I think I'm glossing over the fact that we now know Atreus' real name is Loki. You know, historically in Norse mythology, the god of mischief. I'm intrigued to see where this takes Atreus. Atreus is a character that I am very intrigued to see where his story goes. Does he follow in his father's footsteps and become, you know, fall from grace essentially and become this tyrant or this, you know, this benevolent force, or does he learn from the mistakes of the past and the teachings of his mother, the inspiration that she was to be a good god and to be a god for the people, like Tyr was, you know? So I'm very intrigued as to see where we go, what happens, and we don't have that much longer to wait. So, you know, I'm going to be playing it, like I've said, I've already said it before, but I'm going to be playing the Ragnarok when it comes out, and I'm hugely excited. And I hope, if you've made it this far in the video, if you've watched this video, or if you've watched, even if you watch all of the ones before, you know, I want to say thank you. You know, I started recording myself playing games because I love video games. In fact, I love storytelling in general. Huge fan of movies, huge fan of video games, and what draws me to both is storytelling. I'm a huge fan of stories, and games like this, The Last of Us, they're so compelling in terms of their narrative structure that I have so much to talk about. Like I am now. I'm rambling now, but I have so much to say, and I just figured I love playing it. I'm going to record myself playing, and I'll ramble about things I love, things I enjoy, comment on the things I'm seeing. And, you know, some people may enjoy it, some people may want to watch it, you know, and I really do appreciate people who do watch it. It's great. And those people who then engage and just... I kind of want a space where people can just talk about things they enjoy, you know. And I know there's a load of places like yeah, a load of other places like on YouTube as well. You know, YouTube's a great format for you to put your voice out there, for you to share your opinion, and you know, being respectful, of course. I know it's so easy in this day and age in the world we live in for people to just shit on things and be disrespectful, but I much more appreciate when people have a opposing opinion but they're respectful about it. You know, I love that. I love a good debate. I love a good conversation. I love when people love things and when people don't like things. Why is that, you know? So anyway, it's a very long-winded way of me basically saying thank you for watching these videos. And especially thank you if you watched all the videos and got this far. So no, I do appreciate it. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. I've definitely still got all the adrenaline in me from that final fight with Boulder. But yeah, it's been a good little run. And I just can't wait for Ragnarok at this point. I'm so excited for it. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap the video up here. I think so. Thank you, as always, for watching the video. If you've enjoyed this video, please like. It helps people see you. I think. If you're enjoying my videos so far and you're keen to see more from me, including God of War Ragnarok, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.